which means that for you to change your approach. We're talking about norms and some of the things we do. I was talking to some colleagues in some 3 weeks back, and they said there are some norms that say women who are pregnant should not take certain food, and that if they take certain food, certain things will happen to them. We have some norms. For example, the state where I belong, they say the pregnant woman should not work, and if she must work during the day, she must carry stone, whitish stone. These are norms. And it's like it's working for them, so to speak. But I think we have moved from that attitude, that era, that way of thinking. Now we want to change people's perspective about some social norms. If we're talking about watching times, we never took watching times very serious with the COVID bill came. But I need for us to keep from talking because sometimes we discover that even when we talk, people don't change their attitude towards something. And that's why you start to say, look, let's remove the communication components of this change, the approach. So instead of having communication for social change, let's have the one we have called social change behavior. And then we build you across that. What are the key characteristics? One, it is multi-sectorial, like I think Mr. Brent said it. There should be a multi-sectoral approach to change people's attitude in terms of health, education, and what environment. Then we have mixed method of communication. Routine in how we can change our behavior. I tell my students sometimes, or my children sometimes, look, I want to do some things, but sometimes when I think about the repercussion of that thing, I refuse to do it. So we need to change our approach beyond the talking and talking and talking. Now let's see what does this social and behavioral change communication actually mean before now. Now, before now, the social behavioral change activities centered around mass media campaign, media campaign, because I told about the communication companies. You go to radio stations, you see a lot of jingles about why we should wash our hands, about why we should avoid open defecation and the rest of them. You had a lot of interpersonal communication. We do a lot of focus discussion, trying to educate people on why they should change their behavior concerning some social or health habits. We've done a lot of advocacy. We've done a lot of social mobilization. I was getting somebody in Belarus said, what is this body government? This one. The government, this parastatal government, I can't do it. Yeah. Now let's look at the behavioral state insights. I say this refers to understanding how people actually make decisions on their own, how they decide on what they want to do and why they want to do. How people actually make decisions and behave in real life based on evidence. Your mindset, your mindset, your mindset, beyond just talking. How do you behave? And then they help explain why people don't always act in their own way, in their own best interest, even when they have good information about the information. Because sometimes we have made a lot of changes on radio, and these changes are not working. And because why is it not working? Government invests a lot of money. Say this thing is not good. Let's do this. But people's attitude have not changed. I have to change, make a decision, deliberate decision. And that's where you and I come in. Beyond just talking, the people you are telling that thing, how do you influence them to make deliberate decisions? You often tend to go with what the flow. Okay, there is the norm, say as it was, so it is nothing can change. We went to Soba with when I praying for the innocent function, and somebody says something. He said they don't believe in polio. And we asked him, why don't you believe in polio? He said, before my father gave birth to me, we have always lived our lives. And so nobody can change the mindset to why we should have why polio is still existing today. And we started that said, we doesn't go backwards. Why? Because we already have a default mindset. Like part of the norms in this part of the world is that if you wake up in the morning, you meet a woman, forget if your day is bad already. So when I'm going out in the morning, I just have this up and now. I still have that mindset that I want to meet a man first. So beyond the default mindset, you have to concern the social norms. You need change in perspective. Otherwise, when you're laughing at me. Now, what's the takeaway from this short period? I say SBC laid a groundwork with strong communication strategies. I'm not saying it doesn't work. The foundation has been laid. Okay? That is social behavioral change communication. Fine. It has set the foundation for us. Now we are building on that foundation. So, as a build up on that, the social behavioral change builds on this by integrating what? Communication, community, and what? Structural change. We're not saying you should not put this communication, not communicate with people, but let's remove because based on the circuit, it's not been working. So let's see how we can integrate these other components of community and structural change. And lastly, the shift reflects more holistic approach. Okay, more how we can change our attitude, inclusive, sustainable approach to change. I don't want to sound too academic anyway, but let me give you this closing thought that the SBC is not just about what we see, how you change people's behavior, bad registration, about anything. It's about what we do. In mass communication, for example, we say we have a score, we find W's and H. When I go beyond, I tell my students, okay, this thing happened. So what? Because it is so what factor of that information that this person has been told this person not to do this. And so what? So let's go beyond that. It's about what we do, enable and support change behavior at all levels. So I'll beat on this for now. Thank you very much for your time. Please enjoy your breakfast. I'll give you another 5 minutes where I can simmer the food and build on this foundation while our facilitators can also help us. Then there's something we avoided because we started all of it. We did not appoint our rapporteurs and we didn't do grand rules. So we are going to appoint rapporteurs. But before then, there has to be well run. Please, you know where you belong. So then my secretary will go around with the attendance. If you are for the social influencers, that's where you should write your name. Keep record. Please don't forget. If you are for media, then if you are for civil society organization, that's where your name should be. Should you have any problem, please just consult me so I can coach you through. Briefly, we are going to appoint rapporteurs. They will be enough for us. As rapporteurs. So I want those from I want to pick 1% from civil society organization. No mentor before, but I'm going to see Madam Comfort. She here? Guy Brian particularly said he must belong to this group. So you are one of our rapporteurs. Okay? I use my veto power on you. Then I have the private sector. I would like to use, I don't know this person, but let me see. Who is Usman Mohammed? Usman Mohammed? Still here. Elachi. Okay, where's Emmanuel? Okay, Elachi. Yeah, so why two females? Okay, it's your time. So you join Madam Comfort. I'm sure Madam Chief is happy about this. So you join Madam Comfort as part of our tour. And the last person will come from the media. I want Mr. Isabo to join that group. Yeah,